God knows where you are and God knows what you need. God knows. I love this so much because it's even before God says, I'm just letting you know that there's a widow in need. And I'm sending them to you. But notice this, that for Elijah, he had to dry up the provision in one so that he could get him to another. And so sometimes God is working behind the scenes to work on your behalf. That you don't see all the pieces that God is moving to get you what you need. That you don't see everything that God is moving behind the scenes to work your miracle on your behalf. And so don't ever grow weary while doing good, because you will reap if you faint not. So just know that God is working behind the scenes. God is always focused on what you need. So no matter what you're facing today, you can give it to God because God cares about you. And He cares about what you're going through. 1 Peter 5:7, casting all your cares upon Him, for He cares for you. I love the fact that it does not matter what I'm going through. It does not matter what I'm facing in my life, that I can automatically take it to God because God cares about everything. God doesn't classify problems like we classify problems. We have minor problems and major problems, right? Some moderate problems. But I would just say this, that God cares about everything. God, if it's on your mind, it's on God's heart. And so you can take your problems, your cares, your worries, your anxiety, you can take it to God because God cares for you. And God shows up and He sends a solution to this woman's desperate need at the perfect time. He sends the answer to, no doubt, her prayer at the perfect time. But I would just say this, the miracle doesn't look like what I think it should look like. I would think, this is me, maybe not you, but I would think God would say, hey, Elijah, I need you to load up a wagon full of groceries. And I need you to roll over this because there's a woman there, a widow that's in desperate need. But God doesn't do that. I would think God would say, hey, Elijah, I dropped a winning lottery ticket. And I need you to take it to this widow and she can cash it in. And then she'll have all the money and all the groceries that she needs to provide for herself. But God doesn't do that. In fact, God does something that I would not expect. He sends a hungry man to a starving woman. Isn't it interesting that God chooses somebody in need to minister to somebody else in need? Because oftentimes God will use us in the middle of our need to meet someone else's need around us. And the worry or the problem that a lot of us have is we get so focused on the need in our lives that we end up missing the needs of the people around us. Or we believe the lie that God, I can't meet the needs, or I can't invite people to come to church with me because I'm still a little crazy and I'm still a little messed up. And what you're saying is I can't help people in need because I'm still in desperate need myself. But God uses needy people to help needy people. God uses people in need to make a difference in other people's lives. Don't ever believe the lie that in your need, you can't help someone else that's in need.